Yeah, I would say that that the entire team, and I don't think it's fair to really single out anybody. There was quite a few of them, actually, Via included, of course, that really were willing to do anything it took tonight to get us that result, and it was incredibly important. I think it's one of the more special moments in my coaching career, to be honest. To be 2 goals down and a man down for as long as we were, to come back and draw shows what kind of character this group has.
Okay.
How much of a lift was the goal at the end of the first half? I mean, you guys were outplayed, and that you sort of took away Chicago's momentum with that.
Yeah, goals can come at really critical moments of matches. Yeah, early in the match, as we saw last week, that really took the wind out of our sails a bit. Right before halftime always shifts the momentum and sends us into the locker room thinking that we can do this. Had we not gotten that goal, I'm quite certain we would have had a different feeling and a different air in the locker room. But the guys were really together in the locker room at halftime and really felt as positive, actually, as I can remember them being through this first 11 matches or however many we've played.
Okay.
It's not a win, but what do you think tonight's result does for the mood of the team and the organization right now?
I'm very hopeful that this is a set as a sort of a landmark for our group, so that they understand that they can get results if they're willing to do whatever it takes. If they're willing to put in that kind of effort, I believe that we will get results. But if they're not, I also believe that we won't. And so I need them to understand and believe that we're good enough if we work that hard. And if we don't work that hard, we're not going to be good enough.
To get that belief from the players, how important is it that you get a result here, to get a point at least, and how important is that this? It's only a point, but how important is it?
Yeah, this one's only a point, and I say all the time that a point wouldn't be good enough for us at home, but I didn't never imagine a scenario like this. A point was certainly very, very good for us tonight. And through a lot of the matches, I've stood up in front of the locker room and said that I really, really appreciated the guys' efforts, and if they continued on that way, that we would begin to get the points. And tonight it was nice to be able to say, your efforts actually got you something. And more important than the point, though, is that I hope that we gain some momentum from this now. I hope that all of the fans can understand one thing, that we are building a club here for the next 100 years. We are attempting to do something and build something that everybody can be proud of for their lifetime, and not necessarily what's going to happen this week, this month, or this year. And we have a much longer vision than that, and we're gonna be a little bit hard-headed about continuing on in that fashion. We aren't going to start to sacrifice everything just to try to get points and results. We are still, I mean, when we go back and look at the video, even when we had 11 players, we're giving up way too many glaring chances, whether they're coming from the wide position or through the middle of the field. We're not quite getting it done defensively, and we need to continue to try to improve there.
Okay, just final question here.
Last week at Red Bull Arena, you said that Kyries was a guy who has shown flashes but was still prone to making some decision-making issues. What did you see out of him today, and how important is it for him to finally get that goal in terms of confidence and something to build off of?
I've been in Kyries' shoes, so I can say this with pretty a lot of clarity and a lot of belief that I think that goal could put him to the next level. I think that's what he needed. He needed a goal, however it came. He certainly didn't create that goal, but he finished it, and I'm quite certain that that's going to mean a lot for his confidence, and that's what he needs right now. Because he's got sky-high potential, but he's still a young player, so.